It's gonna be a reaction to what you do. If you think you want to be a judge of the world, we can't judge the smallest matter. If you can't tame the smallest part of your spirit, it's gonna fall back on you. You gonna have to pay, because especially when you know better, you gonna pay. That's how that thing works. Read on up.
And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye?
Because sometimes when you looking at a person and you know they ain't there, but you still go up there and you still provoke them, or you still step into that realm that you shouldn't go to. You looking at the mote in their eye, but read on.
But consider not the beam that is in thine own eye.
But you ain't consider the beam that was in your own eye. Read on.
Verse 4. Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye.
Because we have a lot of leaders in Israel. They want to pull a mote out of everybody's eye, and they ain't pull no beam out of their own eye. That's why if anybody know anything about the battle axe, we hold each other accountable for whatever is going towards the Bible. Some brothers don't like. They don't like when we come out the Bible and tell them something. Some sisters don't like when we come out the Bible and we tell them something. But we got to hold you accountable because of this Bible. And we got to be accountable for our own self. We got to be accountable. If I'm going to tell you, I can't tell you stop smoking and you see me over here smoking. Yeah, brother, this cigarette good, but bro, you need to stop smoking. You're going to get cancer. Read verse 5. What verse 5 say?
Thou hypocrite.
He said, thou hypocrite, man. Read on.
First, cast out the beam out of thine own eye.
Check your own spirit first, man. Check yourself, man. Read.
And then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye.
Then you can be able to tell somebody something. We got to make sure that we stay fast in the Most High's word. Not in our own word, not how we feel, but how the Most High feels. Let's go back to Hebrews chapter 10. We got to hold fast what the Most High say, man. You know, this right here ain't nothing but love for brothers and sisters. But every scripture in the Bible is straight love, man. All these scriptures are love. Ready to rebuke you, ready to build you. Guess what? Some of these scriptures here, all these scriptures for comfort. But it depends what kind of comfort you want to take. Read verse 25.
Matthew?
No, Hebrews 10 and 25. Yeah, Hebrews 10 and 25.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.
As the manner of some is. Read on.
But exhorting one another.
That we must exhort one another. Read.
And so much the more, as ye see the day approaching.
Man, everybody see the day approaching. Man, every day you wake up in the morning, I'm going to tell you, every one of us, we can just feel something finna happen, man. You can feel it. You can feel the day coming. You can feel this, man. I'm talking about, it's just like you can feel it, just like you looking at the back of your hand. You can feel it. You can feel this day, something finna happen. You can feel it. You walk, you can drive down the road, something in your mind, like you can just feel like something just finna just happen any day, any second. But is you ready when it happen though? That's the point. It's just you done checked you check your spirit enough. You think everything lined up. Dang, Lord, I hope this thing right, man. Did I do this right? Man, did I say this to, man, maybe, dang, I should have cussed that person out in traffic. Then the sky cracked. Now it's time. Yeah, it's on. It's on. What you gonna do then? What you gonna do then? We say when that big black man cracked the sky, but when he come, what you gonna do? Stuff got to be real right now. When we practice the righteous act should be, should be going get yourself together right now. Because if you can't get it right now, when you get to the wilderness, you think you're gonna be all of a sudden, oh yeah, Lord, I'm ready. Like, man, look here, this is a damn fool. I'm finna hurt them real bad. You just not gonna get it like that, man. Let's go to man, I ain't see this scripture wrong. Acts 20:35 right quick. That's not what I want. I want to go to Acts 4, Salaki. Acts 4, I'm going to miss people paper. Acts 4 and 33. That's what I want. Acts 4 and 33. I could have. We'll come back and get it in a minute. Acts 4 and 33. Going to a little storyline, man. You know, I love storyline, line upon line.
The book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
And with great power gave the apostles witness of the resurrection of the Lord Yahushua.
Mm-hmm.
And great grace was upon them all.
And great grace was upon all the apostles, man. This is going into what Peter and the other apostles, man. Man, I'll just let the story talk. Read on out.
Verse 34. Neither was there any among them that lacked.
Mm-hmm.
For as many as were possessors of lands or houses sold them, and brought the prices of the things that were sold.
Now they brought the price of the things that were sold. They sold their land, they sold houses, they sold different things, but then they brought it into the church because they had some people that was lacking, some people that didn't have certain things. But this was back when we was in our. This was back when things was trying to when after Christ left, and now Peter them is on the scene, and they conducting business with the congregation. Now when they said when they didn't lack, now. What any brother know what that's going into?
They didn't want for nothing.
But why I'm talking about what happened why they didn't want for nothing. Did anybody know what that's kind of going into?
Into the alms or tithes.
Let's go there right quick. Leviticus.
Or you might they didn't lack faith.
No, we can get it. Leviticus chapter 25. We'll just get it right quick. Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 35. Once we read that, y'all, it'll register pretty quick.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 35.
Mm-hmm.
And if thy brother be waxing poor,
Mm-hmm.
and falling in decay with thee,
Mm-hmm.
then thou shalt relieve him. Yea, though he be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee.
Read.
Take thou no usury of him,
Mm-hmm.
or increase,
Mm-hmm.
but fear thy God,
Mhm.
that thy brother may live with thee.
Now, this is the brother that's waxing poor, and that he didn't have very much. So what they did, the brother came over and he asked another brother for help, different stuff like that. But watch this. Jump down to verse 39.
Verse 39. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxing poor,
Mm-hmm.
and be sold unto thee,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bond servant.
Now, if the brother that's waxing poor, what you can't compel him to be a bond servant. He's not your slave. That brother just going doing work for you, and he just basically just a hired help for you, and you helping him out because he on hard time. Read on.
But as a hired servant,
You not treat him as a bond servant, but as a hired servant. Read on.
and as a sojourner,
Mm-hmm.
he shall be with thee, and shall serve thee until thee year of Jubilee.
7 years. Read on.
And then shall he depart from thee,
Mm-hmm.
both he and his children with him,
Mm-hmm.
and shall return unto his own family,
Yeah.
and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return.
Now after you done helped him out, he back on his feet. Now he can be able to leave, he can go ahead and leave on out because you done already helped him get back on his feet and everything good with him now. But read on.
For verse 42.
Mhm.
For they are my servants,
Mhm.
which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen.
This is the children of Israel. We should not be sold as bondmen. We are the servants. We are not each other's servants, but we are servants unto the Most High. Read.
Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor.
We cannot rule over our brothers and sisters with rigor. Even when brothers and sisters, this is even with brothers and sisters in the congregation. When say for instance we had our congregation bought, let's say for instance we bought land. The captains can't be up here working y'all to the ground. Come on, man. That's not how we work that. We gonna get out here. We gonna work this thing together, man. We gonna put it in brick by brick, just like how we did in this building. Guess what? When the Bruce was here, the captains was here right along with it. Just like when we go, guess what? We do work and helping brothers and sisters in their houses and help build their stuff up. Captain's is right along with them. We over here doing the same job. We ain't finna go over and just talk. We ain't just talking. We gonna walk that thing too, man.
Right.
We don't know.
Verse 44, both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you.
It's the only people that can be a servant to you is the heathens, the other nations. That's the only slave that you can have, but not your people. That's why when we ask, man, now you ask this question to the people, I know at least, I heard at least it said about 100 times, would you sell your people into slavery? Because you can't look at them our people, man. Ain't nobody can sell their people into slavery, man. We don't.
Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids.
He said, of them you shall buy bondmen or bondwomen, man. Let's go back.
Y'all make sure y'all write those scriptures down, because Leviticus chapter 25, verse 35 through 45 is going into the two types of strangers.
That's right.
Y'all gonna need the understanding of those precepts.
Yep.
Especially like we say, brothers up and coming on teaching, y'all gonna need that understanding. That's the precepts right there. There's one stranger of your own people, and then you got the real stranger of the other nations.
And that's a big key of understanding Paul's writing. That's a big key of the lost sheep. That's a big key of the strangers and the Gentiles that's in the New Testament. That's a big key. Go ahead, Acts. Let's go back to Acts. Acts chapter. We started 34 again.
Acts chapter 4, verse 34. Neither were there any among them that lacked. For as many as were possessors of lands or houses sold them, and brought the prices of the things that were sold, and laid them down at the apostles' feet. And distribution was made unto every man according as he had need.
Now the apostles, what they did, they sold their stuff and they helped each other out to make sure that we all was good, that we shouldn't be lacking nothing, man. Read on.
And Joseph, who by the apostles was surnamed Barnabas,
Who's surnamed Barnabas, read.
which is being interpreted, the son of consolation, a Levite.
He's a Levite, read.
And of the country of Cyprus, having land, sold it, and brought the money and laid it at the apostles' feet.
Now he brought the money and he laid it upon the apostles' feet. Read on, up.
But a certain man named Ananias.
Now, but Ananias, man, wicked as he want to be. Read on.
Which Sapphira, his wife,
With Sapphira, his wife, read.
sold a possession,
He wicked and she was too. Read on.
and kept back part of the price.
And kept back part of the price. Because when we make a vow to the Most High, that's just where it's supposed to be. You can't turn back the vows that you're supposed to do with the Most High. And when we dealing with each other, and when we dealing in certain, this right here is showing people on how to conduct business. If you see if our congregation made this statement that we supposed to be doing this, guess what, man? When somebody want to go against it, now you going against everything, man. Scripture say what they say. Read on up.
And kept back part of the price.
But kept back part of the price. So they sold their possessions and they kept back part of the money. Read on.
His wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet.
Now, that means his wife privy to it. She knew it, what they did, and he did too. Both of them was in agreement, man. I ain't finna do all that to them. Man, when we do things, this ain't for you to. It ain't for you to dummy down your lifestyle, but guess what? When you give into the church, give how the Most High put it on your heart. But if he tell you that, hey, if the Most High tell you, hey, give $5, give $5. Most High tell you to get 100, give 100. That's. But if it's on you, that's what. Don't go against the spirit, man.
Right. And even going into Captain Nehemiah class, like I say, this stops. What did you call it? Prosperity preaching.
That's right.
You know, because how many so-called Deacon Bacons have broke this commandments? Him and his first wife lady. you know, stealing the church's money. That's why the Most High been jacking their behinds up, man. And he gonna continue to jack them up too, because they stealing the church's money. You know, that money is for the people that have need, not for you to get another Mercedes-Benz or another $75 million jet. How much money could they have went if we would have used that money at good? Like we say, we could have our own colleges, have our own schools, have our own communities if they would only use that money how it's supposed to be used. Go ahead, Ox.
See, because the thing is, when they was dealing in this, like I said, if we had men of the Lord that was dealing righteous and that was able to take care of money like that, take care of the business like that, guess what? None of us be lack in anything. Everything will be good. Just like we make the kingdom, man, we gonna be lacking nothing. But in our mind state now, shit, man, this nigga can't have that much.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's doing too much. Man, I know, cause sometimes, and I can hear sometimes, you know, just like dealing with the bruiser, dealing with the sisters too. I ain't finna do that much, you know. Look here, man. When people give people stuff, they give people stuff out of their hearts. And that's that person want to do something good for somebody. Because sometimes the next person might need that, and another person don't understand. But it ain't for you to sit up and get upset about it. It's for the Most High putting it on that person's spirit, because some people need something. Just like Ox said this, what I seen about 6 months ago. He's like, man, I was feeling, one of the Ox said, I was feeling down. He said, man, Nehemiah came over and put his arm around me, man. Like, hey, man, I could be all right. And he kept it moving. And Ox said, man, you know what? That's all I needed, man. That right there was all I needed. But that's the heart we're supposed to have for our people, because when sometimes the Most High put something on your spirit to do it,
you got to do it, man.
You got to get up and do that thing, man. Because sometimes it just be the little things that people need in this walk that help them go a little farther, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, Ox.
We get a precept,
And that's going into, man, that's the epitome of very charity. Charity also goes into love too. Like I say, it's a Greek word for love.
Yeah.
So that's the epitome of showing love to your brothers and sisters. Just like I was saying, you never know, man, the things that brothers and sisters may do, man, might be the thing to lift up brothers and sisters' spirits. And we want to always keep that in mind, man. That's how you grow in the truth, man. Go ahead, Officer Yard.
Let me get a precept. Deuteronomy 28 and 47. When I read this scripture, when I first came into the truth, this one stuck with me because it make a lot of sense. If we're not going to serve the Lord and be happy about it, then what is we doing? So that means that when we come up in here, this is our body. This is all we got right here. Everybody that's up in here. If you not finna come in here and be happy to come in here, you might as well stay at the house. Because you breaking the law. Read that out.
Deuteronomy 28 and 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Now, we got that done to us because we did not serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. So that means we supposed to be together, and we supposed to serve him with joyfulness and gladness of heart together. So if we're not going to come to the body with joyfulness and gladness of heart, you might as well keep that negative spirit at the house, because we got cursed for that. That's for real, man. If you get up in the morning or get ready for class on the Sabbath, or get 6 o'clock before Wednesday or whatever day, and your spirit ain't right, you might well stay at the house if you're going to bring negativity. But you come get your spirit back right. That's what you come to the congregation for.
That's right.
You could have had a bad day, but when you come with the congregation, that's supposed to cheer you up. But if you coming with that negativity, if it's on your mind, I'm with this, stay at the house, because it's two different things. It's one thing that your spirit is down because of whatever you're going through. I need to be with my peoples. And they get, because everybody say, man, I was feeling some type of way when I got with the bruise, or when I got with the sisters. Boy, that changed. I was hurting, and I felt better after I left. But if you coming with the mess, man, you might well stay at the
But the
house.
thing is, even with that, and when this statement being made, we gotta start checking that thing in the gate. There's no game to be played. When it comes to the Lord's word, this is the foundation of it. We building this thing from the ground up, brick by brick, man. We cannot play the games with it. If hey, brother, sister might get mad. Hey, oh well, shake your tail. Let's go back.
We got a precept,
Go ahead,
Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 4. Because what Barnabas and like I said, when I started this, I want to say this. We used to be a nation of people, man. We actually cared about each other. Although we had wicked brothers and sisters, we got to look back on our forefathers, man. We were a nation of people, man. We cared about each other, and we cared about each other because it was in the law. Not just only in the law, but the Most High put it on our hearts to be that kind of people. You know what I'm saying?
Like everybody else.
That's right. Like we so cared about the Cedra, Sebo, and all these other people. But we actually was a nation when we first came into this thing, man. And like we brought out in Leviticus 25 and 35, when Barnabas and them sold their things and did this for the people, they did because what? It was a commandment for us to do it. Therefore, they vowed a vow to who? To the Lord. Mm-hmm. This is Lord. Okay, I'm gonna care for my people like we supposed to. When my people hurt, I'm hurt. When they down, I'm down. We gonna either be down together or we gonna be up together.
That's right.
So they vowed a vow. You really vowed a vow to the Most High God to keep this law that He gave us to help your brother when he's sick, help your brother when he's down. Or you go take the money and then what? Take half of it like Ananias and them did. Not Ananias, but yeah, that was Ananias.
Yeah.
So you go take the money like that and then give half of it. Then you wasn't doing it for heart. It really wasn't at your heart. You doing it for your own personal gain. But I do want to get this out. 5 and 4.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
When thou vowest a vow unto God.
Because when you vow to help your people and to not let your people struggle, you vow a vow to the Most High God.
Yeah.
This is a vow to the Most High God. I'm going to care for my people, man. Read on.
Defer not to pay it.
Do what?
Defer not to pay it.
Man, you got to be real on that thing. You got to be 100% on that thing. What you go tell my brother come to me all the time, bro, you need something, let me know. What, you go back and say, yeah, man, you know, y'all show need about 200, man, you know. You go talk about it. Or what you go give me 20, I ask for 40, somebody need 40 or something, you know, it's just things that we do, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you go really be true to that vow, man. Vow it to the Most High God. Pay what you owe, what you vowed to that you was. Read on.
For he has no pleasure in fools.
And he called that person a what?
Fools.
There ain't no pleasure in that thing.
Pay that which thou hast
The
vowed.
Most High just say, man, give to them what you say you was gonna give. Do what you was supposed to do, man, basically. That's a vow to the Most High God. That is very serious, man. Like, we look at scriptures and we don't really see it for what it is sometimes. But that's vow to the Most High God. You ain't hurting your brother. You hurting your own self with your relationship with the Most High God that you vowed to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
No, read on, huh? Read on. All down to 6.
Yeah, you can definitely keep
Verse 5.
reading.
Better it is that thou should have not vowed than that thou should have vowed and not paid.
So don't even put yourself, oh yeah, I got it, I'm gonna do it, I got you, bro. Then when it comes down to do, oh well, man, you know, I really came up on some hard times myself, man. You know, I really can't. Don't even say it then. Don't put yourself in that situation, because we have brothers and sisters that's in those situations that's capable to do that thing. So let that brother, that sister vow that the Most High put on their heart to do it, because this is what we do. This is our family. This is family. So if you weren't able to do it, then don't put yourself out there.
For real.
You shouldn't have said a word to do it, man. You shouldn't even put yourself in that category, man. Now we want to be that person. But if you want to be that person, make sure that you are that person. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Verse 6. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin.
And that's all part of that mouth, boy. That flesh, boy. Oh yeah, I want to be seen. Say I help out. Yeah, I do. I got it. Yeah, I got it. Go ahead.
Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error.
We just said it was an error. Oh, I ain't got it now, man. You know what? I can't do it now.
Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands?
And do what?
Destroy the work of thine hands.
So this is very serious, man. If we gonna help our people, man, we gotta make sure we there for them, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we say, we used to be a nation, man. We trying to get our people back to being a nation, caring for each other, man. When you down, I'm down, man.
That's right.
When you hurt, I hurt, man.
And see, and that right there basically telling you, man, quit writing the check your ass can't cash.
That's right.
Put it in a nutshell. I mean, yeah.
That's it.
Check your ass can't cash. You can't cash it, don't write it. Because a lot of people run their mouth, but they hearers of the law, but they ain't doers. You got to nail them. You got to nail it. Hey, he ain't nail it to the cross for no reason. He gave you grace. Hey, but hey, you keep kicking against the pricks. Watch what happens. Let's go back. Acts chapter 5. You know, what was it?
Verse 2.
We started verse 1, so I don't read the whole content. 5:1.
Acts chapter 5, verse 1. But a certain man named Ananias, with Sapphira, his wife, sold the possession and kept back part of the price, his wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet.
Now they brought their little part, and guess who, man? Look here. Now I'm gonna give away. But who else did something like this?
Hold up.
Cain.
That's right.
That's that Cain spirit he had on him.
Right.
That's that Cain spirit that he had on him. He had the same Cain spirit.
Quit cheating, now.
Mhm.
Your daddy the teacher, man.
But yeah, that's the Cain spirit that he had on him. He had the same Cain spirit. You see how Abel brought his firstlings, and Cain you can get some of these fruits, Lord. That was a nigga, man. He acted like a nigga, man.
Product was all rotten
For real.
and just anything.
Now, I don't want these. You can have this, Lord. But the Lord told him, man, look, if does thou, he said, if you do good, man, he said, your offering will be accepted. But if you don't, sin lies at the door. We don't know.
And kept back part of the price, his wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet. But Peter said, Ananias, why has Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Ghost, and to keep back part of the price of the land?
Now, this is Peter checking him, man, because Peter see that Cain spirit on him. Like, man, look here. Why you think you gonna come? Man, look at that's how brothers and sisters do. Sometimes they think they can come up in this mug, and y'all think we don't see it. Well, just because we ain't said nothing to you, don't think that we ain't seen it. That's why from now on, guess what? We finna start checking you at the gate. When we see it on you, hey, we got the address. Just how Peter stepped to him, Peter checked him off the top. What Peter do? He said, man, look here, man, why did you play with the Lord like that, man? Peter had to go and check that spirit on him. Read on up.
Verse 4. While it remained, was it not thine own?
He said, was it not your own? Read.
And after it was sold, was it not in thine own power? Why hast thou conceived this thing in thine heart?
He said, man, look here, because the Most High gave you a choice to do good or do evil. He gave you a choice. He give all of us a choice. You got a choice. Because, hey, this fervent charity, this thing run deep. He gives us a choice. Read on.
Thou hast not lied unto men, but unto God.
Who he lied to?
Unto God.
He lied to God. So when you you're not being fervent in your charity, you're not doing the work of the Lord. When you made this vow, when you put yourself in the forefront, guess what you did? Why you think, man, look here, I say this to brothers all the time. I hope they hear it. Why you think, man, look here, brothers, man, look here, you. It might not happen to you. It can happen to your wife. It can happen to your children. It can happen to your mama. It can happen to people around you. He'll afflict anybody around you. You better ask Jonah. He afflicted everybody around him until Jonah gave, hey Jonah, he gonna keep on afflicting everybody around you. You think it's a joke? Keep playing with the Lord, and he gonna keep on afflicting. Guess what? He might not afflict you, but he'll afflict everybody around you. You can keep playing with him if you want. Read up.
And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down.
What'd he do?
And gave up the ghost.
Man, he fell down and died right there on the spot, man. Straight heart attack, man.
I love this story.
He fell down and gave the ghost up, man. That's the power of the Most High, man. He ain't playing no game, because guess what? When Peter called and checked that spirit out, man, look. That's what. Now, that's the person that would really cut to the heart, but he'll cut to the heart, boy.
Right.
Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11.
That's
Because I know we read the scriptures a lot sometimes. That was kind of oxymoron. A lot sometimes.
A lot sometimes.
Read this right quick, Officer Yard.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
Sometimes your sins, the Most High God won't bring judgment on you in a hearing. But guess what? Sometimes He will, man. And this was a prime example of Ananias. Most High brought forth judgment quickly, man. Because a lot of times, like we say, some brothers and sisters, read that again from the top. Let brothers and sisters get there.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
Read on out.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Meaning when you don't pay for a sin right away, guess what? That spirit just keep sinning and sinning, thinking you ain't gonna never pay for that thing. But guess what? Just like we read in the case in Ananias' case, a judgment was brought speedily. So we don't want to play with the Most High God in that sense, because you never know where you stand in favor with the Most High God. Some spirits the Most High God likes. Some spirits he ain't got too much patience for, man. Go ahead,
And that's very true. That's very true. Some people got some grace. You like, boy, I can see how he keep getting away with it. Matter of fact, let's go get another precept.
Everybody, let me get one while you get that. Going into that punishment, Hebrews 12 and 8 says, but if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are slacking. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. So you better be concerned if you know you sinning and you ain't catching no chastisement, man. Or you ain't never catching no. I'm pretty sure everybody up in here that caught some chastisement. That's why they in there.
Guess what? And guess what? And then, hey, when somebody say I can't stand that bastard, you just might be one of them. But Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11.